Hi there kids, it's Jungle Jive week this week, and today we're going to be making a sloth. A sloth is a very small, very slow animal that lives in the jungle in South America mainly. And did you know that sloths can hold their breath for 40 minutes and they hang upside down and they've got either 2 toes or 3 toes. So we're going to have a go at making a sloth. You'll be able to download a template from the website. A template is something like this, which is an existing shape. Okay, that will be on paper, so you'll be able to cut that out of the paper. Okay, so what we then do is we trace around it or draw around it on a piece of card. Okay, so there's your printout there, and there's your card, and we're going to put these two together. So that's the basic shape of the sloth, which looks a bit like a banana, but it will look good in a minute. So what I'm going to do is take some glue. I'm using Brit stick here. You could use any other kind of a glue. Good thing about this is it dries almost instantly. So make sure you put plenty on, and also make sure you go right to the edges. Otherwise it will be a bit difficult to stick those down. Let's have a go, see whether this works. So we stick the template onto the cardboard. What I normally do is press down with a piece of paper on the top, and there you have the basic shape of the sloth. What we're also going to do is we're going to make a baby sloth. Now you won't have a template for this, so what you'll have to do is draw your own, okay? Or if you're clever and you've got a clever parent or carer, they could take the template, print it out, and then put it on a scanner, put it in the computer, and then print one out and make a smaller one, which is what I did. But if not, just draw your own one. It's quite a simple shape. Okay, so we've got parent sloth and baby sloth. And the unusual thing about sloths is they spend 90% of their time off the ground. They actually hang around on trees, and they spend most of their time upside down, which is interesting. And you might ask, well, why aren't their lungs crushed by their organs? You know, because our lungs would be very much crushed if that happened. But apparently their organs are attached to their lungs. So when they're upside down, that doesn't happen. There's another interesting fact there, hopefully. Right, here we go. Here we have two sloths. Okay, so that's the gluing and the cutting done. So what we have to do now is we're going to put their eyes on. They've got a funny shape face. They look a little bit like, if you've ever seen cartoon pictures of burglars who wear masks, or anyone who wears a mask. There we go. It's a little bit like a burglar's mask. And then they've got, you can either do pink or orange for their nose, and put a smile on them there, because they actually have a fixed smile, a bit like pigs on their face, so they always look like they're smiling. So there's one there. So we'll do the same for this one. We'll put the mask on. There we go. You can do that with whatever you want, with a felt tip or some paint or whatever. I tend to use felt tips because they're quicker. Okay, so there we go. There we have the two sloths. Now, finally, we've got to put their legs on. So bearing in mind that they're upside down, what we're going to do is we've got 4 pegs. Just ordinary wooden pegs are better than plastic ones because they'll stick on a lot easier. And as usual, I'm not going to use glue on here, because unless you're using super glue, which can be a real problem, which I don't recommend, it can be quite hazardous, really. So let's see if I can get the back off this. So what I'm using is sticky tape. So what you do is you take the peg that way up, like that, and then you put it on the sloth's body. Hopefully it's going to stick. There we are. So that's one leg. It does look odd because the animal is upside down, but if you ever see anything on the internet, that's what they do. They're kind of an upside down animal, and they're very, very, very slow. I think they're the slowest mammal in the world as well. Okay, so we're going to try a second leg. Hopefully I've done this right. There we are. So the idea being that around your house or in the garden or wherever you want, you just press the legs there, open them, and then they can hang on whatever you want. One other thing is to make two black marks on the end of their leg, which is like there. They have massive toenails or hooks on their feet. Okay, that enables them to hang upside down. So there's one finished. All we need to do now, what we're going to do, quite often the baby hangs on to the mum as they travel around the jungle. So we're going to put 2 legs on, or I say the mum, probably the parent, doesn't have to be the mum. So we're going to do the same again with the younger sloth. So you will be putting your glue on at this moment. As I said before, when you're gluing, probably with PVA glue, it will take time to harden. Okay, so you might put the legs on, and it might, to be honest, you might have to leave them until the next day, and then it's done. Okay, as I say, I'm using tape because it's quicker. Okay, so what we're now going to do is we're going to put put the younger sloth onto the older sloth, and hopefully she won't drop off. Aha, there we go. So there you have 2 sloths. Okay, and as I say, you could hang these anywhere you want. You can change them each week wherever you want them to go. So that's that, and as I said, the template is on this week's Jungle Jive place, and it's kidsclub.online. So we hope you have fun doing that. Thanks for listening.